Hello, everyone. So, welcome back to the online open lecture number 11. And these number keeps growing, and I'm really happy about that because I really hope that this series on MarTech in different domains are something useful for you and help you with your career or general knowledge. And today I am really happy to cover another topic, which is actually one of like a favorite of mine. But I tried to, a little bit tone down my excitement about this and give you the general fundamental understanding of what we can actually consider when we talk about MarTech and marketing analytics. My name, as usual, is Maggie, and here is the slide about who I am, what I do, and why I'm here with you sharing what I know about marketing analytics and why I approach it from practitioners and academic approach. So academical approach. So here is the slide. You can stop that and take a look at what I do and what I've done so far. But let's move on. So we have the word analytics. Obviously, you must now understand that I like definitions. I like definitions because they show people what the other people are talking about. And I begin first with the general analytics because even in the title of this presentation, I wrote down like the marketing analytics. But nevertheless, analytics. Let's just begin with this word. It's a process in which a computer examines information using mathematical methods in order to find useful patterns. So we have our online domain, right? We have our online domain where MarTech generally exists. And we have this very important thing for marketing, which is patterns. And even better, if these patterns are useful. And generally, analytics is something without that marketing doesn't really operate, especially nowadays, especially when we have technologies that give us the access to the speed of the machines, to the possibilities for them to get this volume of the data and process it very rapidly, really quickly. That's why analytics just has the best time of its life nowadays, especially for marketing operations. We will cover ethical parts of where data comes from, how it's utilized, how you can control that in other videos. But for now, it's really important to understand that we are exposed to such a vast amount of data that majority of marketers don't really know what to do with. But nevertheless, analytics, right? It is about the machines that use information and use mathematical methods, something that is pre-programmed or something that the system actually learns. And I am referring back to our online lecture about machine learning in other ways for it to find useful patterns. But it's just about learning, right? It is about learning, and this information gives the power and the possibility to predict the outcomes from other MarTech tools, MarTech stack that we have in our disposal as marketers. But what about marketing analytics? So, from the highly performative uh, marketing analytical platform, we can say that marketing analytics is the study of data to evaluate the performance of marketing activities. So, generally, when we have analytics, it is about finding useful patterns, and marketing analytics adds up on that. So, it's about how to evaluate not just patterns within the data, but to understand whether the marketing activities that you predicted would actually be efficient or effective and useful, and how this performance that you predicted initially through different measures, KPIs, and metrics, whether it's actually going to perform the way it is supposed to perform. And that means that we have, and I'm having here the link to the article that inspired this, breaking down of this general mechanism of marketing analytics. It doesn't really come out of nowhere that we have data and let's just go with it. No. We have, at least apart from the understanding of metrics in the very beginning, what we actually need to evaluate, to the end of, understanding whether it's something that we need or we need to, refocus our marketing activities. Nevertheless, we have this, sequential, let's call it that way, short mechanism, general mechanism within marketing analytics. So we have past insights, we have present marketing performance analysis or analytics, and future forecasting. Past insights. What do they actually mean? So there are at least three questions that you as a marketer need to answer. So, what campaign elements generated the most revenue last quarter? How did social media campaign A performed against direct mail campaign B? How many leads did we generate from this webinar series versus that podcast season? As you can see, they are very narrow, they are very numerical, they are very quantitative in their nature. And this is about analytics, it's about numbers, it's about data. Indeed, you can argue with me that some qualitative data can also be used for analytics, and you'll be right. But now we just focus down on the general approach within marketing analytics. Present marketing performance analytics as the second step. How are customers engaging with us? Are we using real-time analytics to deliver the best offers to customers? Which channels do our most profitable customers prefer? Who is talking about us and where? So what is happening right now? Where are we currently? Are we losing like really right away, or there is some evidence for us to consider that we are actually doing something more or less profitable, before we get to this short span of advertising campaign, or the middle run of the marketing campaign for a product, or we can also have this span of evaluation for the longer period of time, depending on the data frames that you have. And future forecasting. How can short-term wins be molded into loyalty? How will adding more sales representatives in underperforming regions affect revenues? Which cities should we target next? As you can see, these questions are fundamental for marketing operations. Not necessarily all of them are online, but we talk about general marketing analytics nowadays. However, as you can see, the analysis itself, based on the data, is happening online, based on the tools that are created for marketing for MarTech. But what about actual applications? What about the platforms? And indeed, we have variety of analytical tools. And I don't want to overwhelm you with them. I just want to show you the basic, the general ones. So we have MarTech for marketing analytics, which, can always be separate one. But if, unless you work for a big corporate, corporate, entity, or if you work for a big company that has this budget for, to purchase these methods for you to actually work with other type of platforms or software. Nevertheless, if you're smaller ones, if you're just beginning, if you're doing something for yourself, they're very efficient marketing analytic tools embedded into the software or programs that you already use. And for example, we have Google Analytics, which are a separate website that has a platform that has the possibility to be embedded in your website and provide you with the information on current actions of your website visitors and general long-term or short-term results. Tableau, this is more about visualization of your currently, changing metrics and measurement, which is in the form of dashboards. We have also embedded marketing analytic tools, which are within social network platforms, Google, and website constructor analytical tools. So, for example, we have for Meta, we have Instagram and Facebook, right? As the bright representatives, they have. I will show you screenshots later. We have Google for YouTube, right? YouTube Analytics are a separate platform that helps you to make sense of what's happening with your YouTube channel, for example. And for example, Wix or Tilda or different other online constructor for the websites, they also have their own internal ways to show you the analytics of what is happening on your website. So for example, this is a screenshot of the Tableau, which, for example, company that has different workbooks and they are getting adapted and getting viewed in real time for bigger companies. We have, for example, here a screenshot from Google Analytics about what measurements you can actually see and evaluate and how it works. And you can also, manually customize what you want to see based on that. So, for example, acquisition, engagement, monetization, retention, user attributes, stack, whatever. A lot of different options, and we will dedicate one open lecture to seeing what is actually going on there in Google Analytics. This is, for example, from Instagram, Meta platform, about the insights on what is going on the website, for example, what's going on the profile, on a social media platform profile with interactions, discovery, profile visits, and reach impressions, all of that. So generally, this is something that helps you to make sense of your account if you're influencer, if you want to, sell online, what is going on there. Also, for example, here you can see the screenshot from Wix as the online constructor, website constructor, and it shows you helps you to learn about your website visitors, where do they come from, how is going on, how the conversion rate is actually growing or it's reducing, what you need to do in order to do something with that. So these are the general examples and general screenshots of how much you can actually learn from marketing analytics, from marketing activities, from how you can actually see what you wish to know from your marketing strategy online manually right away, even from the platforms which you perfectly aware are which you're perfectly well aware of, and how you can actually use it without too much of budgetary involvement. And this is the first, of course, only the basic, the first lecture of mine about marketing analytics. We will dive deeper into tools, in different approaches, and of course, I would love to hear from you your wishes on what you would like to see first, what you'd like to analyze first. Maybe you have some case that you would like to work through, and maybe you wish to ask me questions, leave comments, share opinion, maybe something that you are excited about within this topic. Please just let me know, and I would love to cover that as well and have this communication with also people who are interested in the same. So with that, I would like to conclude this one, not to get too overwhelming and too detailed in that regards, because we will certainly have the platform for that. So it was the 11th already online open lecture. And here on below, you can see the QR codes to my website to open lectures for you to learn about how you can access these type of lectures, which may be shorter, longer, or whatever. All the information is available there. MarTalks, these are online speaking and discussion clubs, which I host for you to communicate with each other, communicate with me, and have this 1 hour online conversations on the topics that we love. And the MarTech guide, this is the document that I created based on 12 years of experience communicating with people. If you're the beginner in marketing, in MarTech, you would like to learn more, if you would like to change your career path and you don't know what to do, where to start, this is the perfect starting point. So it was Maggie. Thank you very much for staying with me. I really hope it was useful, and see you in the other open lectures, Mar talks, and any other videos that I am going to share with you. So thank you. Na